guys, and welcome back to my budget reviews. So we've made it to budget review number 51. So we got one more to go for this year, which is it just feels ridiculous to me. I seriously can't believe that we've been doing this for this long. But again, for any of you who are new here, I did pick the Hemlock and Oak 2023 Daily Planner for my budget planner. I absolutely love this planner. I highly recommend checking it out. I do have a link in the description. And again, since we are on like a budget type video, they do provide free PDF printables of all of their planners. So again, you can print that puppy off and have yourself a budget planner for free. Minus the ink and paper, of course. But if you're into planners, I'm pretty sure you got tons of that laying around. But let's get in to what I did this week. And I'm finally not sick, guys. It's finally went away. Every now and then I'll catch my breath, but other than that, we are not sick. So, whoo. And okay, so they start you off with this 2 years at a glance. I do believe the 2024 edition doesn't have this, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But again, that's for another video. And basically what I did with this is I did my projected payoff dates by using the Stebit app or stebit.com. Again, I have all this in the description. It's also, there's like a phone app version, so it's like Debt Payoff Planner. It's a little dove with an olive branch. Blanche. And yeah, so simply put, you take all of your debts, you put them into this app, and it just does the math for you. You can tell I'm not really the best with math, hence why I'm in debt. So I do highly recommend that website and or app. It's a game changer. If you actually do what it suggests you to do. I did this in my previous video where I brought out like all the graphs and stuff that it prints out for you. I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm trying to keep it short. But simply like you just plug in the numbers, it does the math, it gives you a projected payoff date, it tells you when the account's going to get paid off, it tells you how much to pay each month, based on your numbers, based on what you tell it you can afford. So if you stick with it, you'll get this. If you don't stick with it, yeah. Which, okay, I've kept budget planners in the past. This is the longest I've ever stuck with a budget planner. So this is like the first time, which I am kind of excited here later on this week. I'm gonna get to like go through this and actually get to see like all the numbers, but this is the first time where I actually have like a full year's worth of data on myself, because normally I do surrender in the summertime, just because of the shifts, and quite frankly, I'm just tired of it. And so yeah, these budget reviews have really helped out with me sticking to it. Now, like, have I like made great progress? No, but I mean, I've made some progress, so some progress is better than none. And yeah, so basically, like, again, I just did this as a projective payoff date calendar. When I knew that they were going to be paid off according to that Stebit chart, I just listed it down here, and then I used the color codes for when I was paying off that account. I call it my focus account. I am using the snowball method, so I'm hoping that this makes sense. I'm not sick anymore, but it doesn't mean that I got like all of my rationality and thinking back, guys. Sometimes the little fog cloud gets in there. So, like we can easily see here, like Walmart, Kohl's, Capital, Gazelle, and City. I don't like to call them small accounts because they were a debt and any debt is debt, but they were like smaller and more manageable, where Discover was a large account. My main goal was to get this thing paid off because the 0% offer does end. I believe it's like January 11th. That sounds about right to me. So I was trying to get this thing paid off before the end of the year, so I didn't get hit with the interest. Because, like, what's the point of having a 0% offer if, you're gonna pay the interest on it anyways? Um, so yeah, I did. I started off, I was like, okay, high hopes. And it seems that this account was it was more than what I could chew. I should have stuck with the lower accounts, but that's, again, yeah, I mean, I tried. We're just gonna keep going, okay? So, you get this year at a glance page next, which again, when I first got this, I was like, what the heck do you do with this? So I just kind of made it like a dashboard, I guess. Uh, so like anything in green is my paydays. Red would be the focus accounts if I did actually pay it off during that month. It got highlighted on the mini calendar. Purples are your holidays. Yellow would be like large amounts of money in. Of course, I got taxes, which is large amounts of money out. But I mean, hey, I've never been able to actually look at a calendar and be like, bam, that's the day I paid my taxes. So, um, this page does actually serve a purpose now. So I kind of get it once I see it when it's all filled in. I also included like the pesky drivers, vehicle expenses type things. So those are in orange. And yes, guys, I know you're still seeing it. It's unchecked. I still need to renew my plates. Even though I've been staring at it for the last 12 months. Yeah, I still gotta do that. I say that at the end of like, I'm gonna say the last two. I've said, yeah, as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna pay that. I didn't. So thankfully, I still got to the end of this week, but it must be done by the end of this week. I think that's it. I think I've covered birthdays are in blue. That might be the only thing that I didn't do, but other than that, that's it. That's what I'm keeping on here. Okay, and of course, the next fun page here, I can't think of anything else that's more important than the starting balances of your accounts when you're paying down your debt. So it's not a fun page to come up with. It's really not, but it's necessary just because when you are paying it down, you do need to see what you started with. So that you can compare it to where you're at now, and then that way it's a friendly reminder, guys, that you are making progress. It takes forever, it does. But like I said, I'm happy with any progress. So, and like we reached level 1 here on this other detritus chart. I reached level 1 in May, so that's kind of nice. I did kind of like, yins aren't going to see this until like the next review, but I did start calculating up these blocks here, and I am 2 away from having level 2 completed. So I gotta try to figure that out here, because I do go to week, and it's I think I'm gonna do it. So that's kind of why I like these detritus charts, because yeah, like I would have just made the standard payments that I normally do every month and would have thought nothing of it. Where when I got detritus, I'm looking at this thing and I'm going, you are 2 blocks away from reaching that level. And now my brain's going, how do I get those blocks? So it's like you're no longer thinking like, how do I pay more towards my debt? No, it's like, how do I get more blocks on my little detritus chart? But I mean, hey, it works for me. Maybe it will work for you. So yeah, that's the like I know that you aren't gonna get to see that here, but again, that's something that I was checking out behind the scenes, and it looks like it is time to make it to the monthly. All right, so um, simply like it's a monthly layout, guys. So the way that I used it is I just took all of my bill due dates. Um, the main ones, the ones that the dates typically stay the same, the amounts typically stay the same, like that type of theme. I have those listed in the primary color, which is red for December. Again, those are like they're the must pays. Okay, you don't really have a choice on this. It's what you got. I do have a secondary color on here, which you can see is that lighter shade of green. These are my optionals. So, typically, the optionals benefit me. So it would be like my savings. So I do have a $5 a day savings challenge, which is, I've actually completed for this year. So great. It's $1,825 if you save $5 a day. I figured that's how much I do during the drive-through. So, give it to myself. But yeah, so I have those listed in that lighter shade. I also have the no credit card challenge. This is basically like do not use the damn card, Sally. That's what this turns into. And of course, when it's around the holiday seasons, it does get a little trickier. January, February, and I'm even gonna say March, I was killing it, okay? Like it was easy. And as soon as I paid my taxes, it just went blah, blah, blah. So, um, we're getting better. We're getting better. Gotta get back to that January, February, March. So, I'm kind of hoping, like with the start of next year, I don't know if it's because like you get all your spending out, because like you're all Christmased out. I I don't really know. I wish I had the answer for it, but no, I don't overspend in January, February, or March. It was literally when I paid my taxes, but then I keep going back to that time and it's like, okay, the weather was getting nicer, we were going out more. So maybe it's winter that keeps me in, and when I stay home and don't go anywhere, I don't spend. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe I'll have to keep like two or three of these in a row to like actually tell you. At this point in time, I can't confirm it, but we are doing better with this. Okay, so normally I would have put, um, let's go back to a month where I was actually doing stuff. It's December, guys, and it's the 12th month in, okay? But, okay, so I would do, like, I was focusing on the Discover card, so I was doing a $50 extra payment, every Sunday. Okay, I did that before I, came on here to review it with Yins. And of course, I had like the regular standard payment, and I even used like the city extra payment. So I used to keep that on the sidebar. Since this is the final month of the year, I figured any large purchase that I made during the year, I want those paid off. I want to start next year clean. So that's why we're not seeing Discover listed on the sidebar anymore. The Lowe's tank, that's the other thing that kind of gave me the whammy there. I had to replace the hot water tank in July. So that took about 1,000 of what I could have paid towards Discover. This is the lovely treadmill that I purchased during the Black Friday shopping. It's one of those things of like, where did you want it? Yes. I've been wanting a treadmill for like 2-3 years, keep talking myself out of it. Uh, last, uh, last Thanksgiving was, the one where I was like, you know what, you're getting that. So, I bought it, I wanted it, I do like it, it's really nice. Could I afford it? No. So we gotta pay that stupid thing off. Which I mean, hey, I only got 60 more to pay on it, so we're very close. And of course the candles, because, candle days on the 1st of December. And I overspent, of course, because, it's candle day. But, I overspent now, but I know I got a ton of candles over here on a shelf that is going to keep me happy, and hopefully I won't have to buy any candles here soon. And again, candle day sale was, they're $9.95. Again, these things are like $30 during the year, so it does save me money in the upcoming months. It's just I worked it out now. Did I have it? No. So I guess that's the lesson that I'm learning through all of this. Is I like to spend, and I spend at weird random times. So maybe I need to increase my stash funds. I do take out a certain amount of funds every payday for like fun things. So maybe I need to increase that. Maybe I just need to quit spending. That'd be the dream. But we're human. So yeah, so let's get into these dailies. Again, like I told you, I'm trying to keep this thing short here. I don't know when my son's gonna be popping back up into the room here, so gotta keep trucking along. So I left Jim's on Sunday. Again, I knew this was the week leading up to Christmas, so I was like, okay, giving myself that pep talk. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, it comes out of nowhere. Um, so I'll take it over being sick. So yeah, no, I was pep talking myself, and I was like, yeah, week before Christmas, stay strong, buddy, be strong. It's the toughest week. Again, like I have all my utilities due, and it's that last minute holiday shuffle where everyone and their mother is trying to get you to buy anything just because it's Christmas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's those last minute commercials, it's the last minute ads, it's the last minute text messages that they send you, and the emails that they send you, and of course we got these little phones in our pockets, and everybody is telling you to buy, 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 buy. It's like way worse than Black Friday. So, yeah, so I was like pep talking myself. I was like, okay, buddy, you can do it. Yeah. It's not that bad though. It's not as bad, but I did get hooked on some things. Yeah, so yeah, see, we start with Monday that I got hooked. It wasn't with the holiday shopping, it was just the coworkers. They were talking about pizza and how they wanted pizza and how they wanted papadillas, and I was like, God, man, like. Normally I spend under $3 at McDonald's for my break food, alright? Like, so if you just got $3 times 5 working days, that's 15, okay? So I spend $15 a week to eat. Again, budget. Do I have food in my tum-tum? Yes. Am I overspending with that? No. Yeah. Yeah, they talked me into it, guys. So already on Monday, I have overspent. It's like, come on. So, yeah, I mean, it was delicious. Don't get me wrong. It was amazing. But, yeah, so we already overspent our dinner budget right there on Monday. But it's the week before Christmas, right? See, this is the thinking, the behavior that I want to slowly change and alter. Because in this way I won't have to do this anymore. Tuesday, okay, again, stressful situations do tend to make me spend snakes and batteries. So, we live in an older type of home. Granted, this thing wasn't built the way it was supposed to be. It's literally like oh God, it's a nightmare sometimes whenever you realize what was done and you're like, they did what? So, yeah, they apparently put a sink drain in our bathtub drain. Why I haven't noticed it yet, like, I don't know, But it's the bathtub drain did finally like clog. It wasn't like hair clogged. It was like clogged, and it's like, dude, I am no, I'm not taking a shower in a cesspool. And so, I mean, we put every chemical you can imagine down this thing, and I was like, all right, buddy, it's time to snake it. And normally snakes are like 30 and up. I know most of you probably aren't going to get this excited over drain snakes. I do, it's part of my job. So, the ones we have at work are way too big, or I would have just brought one of those suckers home and used it. So I had to get like a smaller one, and that's when I discovered that our local Harbor Freight carries little mini ones for $6. And this whole time I'm like, why can't I just use a standard tub snake, you know? And that's whenever we learned, oh, because they put a sink drain in our bathtub, which is about an inch difference, ladies. Big difference. The sink drain's supposed to be like, or bathtub drain's supposed to be like this. My bathtub drain is this big. A big difference. So, did get the baby snake, and we did get the drain unclogged that night. It was 2 a.m., but we got that sucker unclogged. So, Sturras problem gone. Amazing, right? I did pick up batteries while I was there. That's the $10 extra there, because they do have a really good price on batteries. And okay, so Wednesday, like again, I'm feeling pretty good because it's like, all right, got that drain problem fixed. And I was like, you know what? My Michaels rewards are gonna expire soon. And I did, you know, once I realized that I have a sink drain, I was like, okay, so this is why my other bathtub drain protectors aren't working, because they're too freaking huge. So I did order a sink shroom, and with both of these at the time when I made the orders, I thought I was using my Michaels rewards, and I did in fact use my Mercury points, so that was 0. That should have been 0. Um, yeah, I found out later on the night that apparently I never like activated my Michaels rewards or something, so yeah, I paid full price for the garland. I really want this garland. I got new blinds for the craft room finally, and I just wanted to spruce it up, which it does. I did get to put it up the other day. It looks amazing. I love it. It definitely brings a whole new vibe to the room. But yeah, these suckers were supposed to be free. They were not. But I mean, that's why I always go back and recheck the statements. Um, Oh yeah, bills and groceries. Okay, see, we're getting exciting now, aren't we? So again, like I said at the beginning of this week, all the utilities are due, which again, we can see. It's like, yeah, here's your car loan, there's your IRA, there's your internet, electric, heating, and of course we have Merrick. These ones are paid, you know. So it's like blah, and just not the best of weeks, budget wise. So amazingly, the utilities felt like they were lower. They're probably not, but they just felt like they were lower. Probably because the price of everything else is raising. So yeah, it actually didn't feel that bad to pay the utilities this time. And I decided, since this was the last day at work before winter break starts, I was like, you know what, you better go make a quick grocery trip. So this would have been like my milks and stuff. Yeah, and of course we made a trip to Starbucks. Why wouldn't I? I'm expecting to stay in the house. That's normally what I do on a winter break. But, yeah, this winter break is unlike any other. Again, I have Ray in the house. Um, uh, Adult child moved back. wasn't expecting to have him live with me for this long, you know, that type of thing. So so that's what's making this one different. So of course, Friday was actually good. We could see that the weekend here is getting chaotic because I'm writing it on the wrong day. So for Friday's sake, just pretend that it says this, okay? So it was a no spend day. I stayed home, I stayed busy, I played with the planners, I filmed, um, I worked out, you know, cleaned up the house and stuff, alright? This is the day that I hung up my blinds, used my eucalyptus garland that I thought I got for free, but I paid for. You know, that was this day. Got the heating taken care of course, I paid that on that day. I did forfeit the Discover payment, just because like I already know the thing's not getting paid off this year, guys. So I am putting those funds towards things that I know that I need to pay off, such as like that treadmill and what else do I have? The Lowe's tank and the candles. Okay, so that's where that's going to at this point in time. Since I do use the Discover, it's I do have an automatic payment on there. I know the internet's one of them. So that's really why I don't have a minimum payment, so I don't even have to really worry about that. But yeah, no, that's Friday there. Again, I think it's just because it's been so long since I've had a no spend day. Maybe that's why I started writing it on there. But then again, like I said, like yesterday and today have just been like, whoa. So, Saturday was a double it up day. Um, this is where I'm like, okay, guys, you know, you still got these rewards. Okay, they expire. You gotta use them. And I do really like how that one window looked. So I was like, okay, so we're going back to Michael's. And it turns out they still had two left. I only need two. So I finally did use the rewards. And I still ended up paying $6. So apparently there was like a special going on online versus in the store. But hey, I mean, I got two things of garland for $6. I'm not gonna complain, right? Okay, and then the other thing that I doubled up on Saturday was the fact that I was going Christmas dinner shopping. And while I was there, I just started thinking about it, and I was like, I really don't want to come back to the store. I don't. I would like to stay home again because home is safe and I don't spend. So I did get New Year's dinner as well. So there's my Christmas dinner, there's the New Year's dinner, and of course groceries because I am going to be at home, which means I'm going to be eating more. And for any of you who are wondering, like, on the other weeks of like, why do you go out and eat so much? Okay, remember what I said. If I do actually go to like McDonald's or Burger King, I can eat for $3 or less. 5 days a week, that's 15. This is how much it costs to feed me in a week at the grocery store. So it does cost me more to eat when I'm at home. A lot more. Unless I'm going to Papa John's every day. So, yeah, it's probably cheaper for me to go to Papa John's at that point in time. Oh, the grocery store, it just makes me sick. It's just, I mean, they've raised the prices so many times. It's getting to the point of where it's ridiculous now. A little bit at the first time. I can understand. Yes, prices are going to increase, but I mean, I seriously think that they're taking a run for it at this time. But I mean, that's my opinion. And yeah, so I got both of those dinners. Seriously, at the end of Saturday night, I'm thinking, like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going anywhere. And again, remember I wrote these on the wrong days, so now we're going into Sunday here. Yeah. So I'm getting all the Christmas stuff ready, and it hit me. I did not buy for Bert, and I'm really glad that his little kitty Tushy is sleeping right now, and I'm hoping that he can't hear me, but I did. I almost didn't buy him any presents. He's seriously the first one that I buy for every year. So, yeah, we had to make an emergency trip out on Christmas Eve here to go get Boo Boo's his his little Christmas mice and his little Christmas balls and that type of stuff. So made a trip to PetSmart there, and of course then that's when I realized like you didn't get any damn butter, you didn't get the milk, and it's like come on man. So I had to go back to Giant Eagle. So yeah, see, there's Bert's trip there. That's PetSmart, and then of course I picked him up more goodies while I was at the store. That's again groceries. I swear to God, that's all I buy when I'm not at work. I don't buy them when I'm at work because I don't eat them; they go to waste. Another thing that could be making this higher too is the night that we did actually clear the drain. Oh, I can't believe I didn't put this in there, but I guess it wouldn't need to be. The night that we got the drain unclogged, we went to celebrate by like getting a sippy before bed, and I opened up the fridge and I realized that we thought the fridge broke. Thankfully it didn't. It's just the outlet went bad. Again, it's this house, guys. If it can happen, it's gonna happen. It's why I want to move. And yeah, so literally everything in that fridge had to be thrown out, and it sucked. So that could be why the groceries are higher than normal too. I mean, they're already higher than normal because I know I'm gonna be at home and I need something to eat. It's also higher than normal because I have to replace the basics that are in the fridge, like the milk and the eggs and that type of stuff. It's just, I've seriously never thought I spent this much in groceries. This is ridiculous. And of course, my good old Starbucks run before coming home and getting ready to do this. So I got a couple sippies, and they do have that free hot cocoa on the weekends, so that was nice. And of course, it has to be the stress. But in my defense, I have been eyeballing these things for like the last month. I'm gonna say the month, but they did still have 2 English ivy plants at the store. They're only 11 a piece, plus the tax. So I did get them, and I love them, and they're cute. Could I afford them? No. Did I get them? Yes. But I mean, hey, we are ready for Christmas. We have everything done. I did make my Chase payment. Of course, I paid the Prime, and I made that extra payment on the treadmill. So, with all of that, I am caught up. So that's kind of nice. And I mean, like I said at the beginning of this, we only got 1 more week to go, guys, which I seriously still can't believe it. I get the candles paid off tomorrow, which is going to be nice. Don't have to worry about that. Just have Netflix, Hulu, and then Bert's insurance, that's due. But other than that, I get 1 more sneaky paycheck in before the end of the year. And I'm basically going to use this to help make sure all of this goes. And then we'll be done. We'll be done with this planner, right? And we get to start a new one. So I'm really thinking, I know it's Christmas Day, but I'm really thinking tomorrow's the day of where I'm going to start crunching numbers. Because, I mean, we can see, like, there's, other than the Lowe's tank, but, I'm paying that stupid thing off. I'm tired of looking at it. There's no other, like, credit card payments due. So I'm really thinking about starting to crunch the numbers. And then that way I can start setting up for January. So we're going to get to see a new planner. And yeah, so I think that's a good place to end, guys. Again, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. And please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to see more budget reviews.